Hey everyone, how's it going? How are you doing this fine day? Alright, let's get this project open here. Haven't looked at it since Friday. Ah yes, doors. Doors are the name of the game. So we can actually change some of this. Cancel. I didn't want to change the file extension, just wanted to rename it. Okay. So we're gonna have a door single outer, which is this, which inherits from door. And then we're going to inherit another scene from this scene. This is going to be door single outer flipped. And all we're going to really do... Oh, shoot. Okay, that's fine. This one is going to be unflipped. And we're going to flip this one. So we have door single outer and door single outer flipped. We want the flipped because we want to be able to place it pre-flipped. I guess we could actually have the system handle that, huh? Well, we have the flipped version of the door. Maybe we don't use it. We've got it. So let's make the double door. So starting off easy today, we're just making some door objects here that inherit from a common ancestor. It's going to be double door, door double, outer. You know, maybe we might not even need the outer and middle and inner distinctions. We probably should. Well, maybe we don't. Maybe we just swap the sprite frame. We could go down to our frames. I'm gonna reorganize this. We're gonna switch to a conceptual file architecture where things are, where things are stored near their, the pieces they need, instead of this high-level store by file type thing that we've been doing up until now. I think that's fine, storing by file type for small projects. I think we're reaching the size of project where that's not a great idea anymore. So this is door single outer, so I want to make another sprite frame. I'm just going to duplicate this. And I'm going to call it door single inner. Oh, oops. I wanted to make a new... Oops. Not what I wanted to do at all. Let's go here. Let's... I don't understand. The sprite frame is the resource, isn't it? So maybe I just need to trash this animation and make a new one. Cool. And then so this, I could just swap this out with the other door single inner. I think we're going to do it like this instead of having a node for each, like for inner hull and outer hull. We'll just swap the sprite frame. Because otherwise we're going to be destroying and adding doors all the time. So let's get rid of the outer distinction. Just call it door single. Still keep the flipped for now, but I think similarly we're just gonna flip it. We'll keep this the node for now, but I don't think we're gonna use it. All right, now this is gonna be our double door. I kind of want to change, kind of want to go into the files here. So like this, where are the ACE files? Kind of want to go in here and flip these all so that the X is the regular one and the Y is the, I don't know. When I'm drawing these, I kind of prefer drawing it on this side than the opposite, than this side. Yeah, that just feels weird to me for some reason. So maybe not. It's arbitrary. Alright, so this is going to be double door. Let's do double door lower first. So we need to make some animated sprite frames. Do I already have these? I do already have these. Okay, beautiful. Last door lower segment PNG. This is the wrong file. So I'll just make another one real quick. I need to clean up this file structure, not just in terms of organization, but in terms of I'm using, yeah, I have some duplicates here. Oh, hey, Casper Dragonwolf. How's it going? We're having a chill start to our week. Working on doors. We're going to try adding doors to our auto tiling system. Hey, Cubus. Waking up, getting things going in the office, the usual. Nice. Yeah, we got all week, right? No reason to rush into anything. Take our time, have our coffee. I hope you had a good weekend, everybody. So here's the lower segment. These doors, these blast doors are big, so they're 2 parts. So let's see. We're separating each chunk of the door into 2 pieces because they're bigger than 1 tile. Having to make an object that's bigger than 1 tile is the horrible thing. Are you using a scene tile set, by the way? Yes, we are going to do that. Casper, it was an okay weekend. Did you actually get some sleep? Nice. Yeah, me too. I slept like 9 or 10 hours each day. That's nice. And then I played Factorio most of the rest of the weekend in anticipation of the expansion. Yeah, I'm curious, Cubus, about using the scene collection tile set. I had problems last time I tried to use it, but I think it's going to be a lot better this time. I think tile map layer is going to make it a lot more usable than it was under just regular old tile map. Drag over frames to quickly select them. Nice. There he is, the professional workflow guru. Back in action. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need these flipped scenes, so I'm not going to make any more of them. I think we'll just flip it in code, as has been suggested. Now we just need to draw the different collision shapes. I realize this thing at the back is a little awkward. It's hard not, you can't really avoid it. I originally had these two as like separate tiles, but they were part of the same parent. We might end up doing that. No, that won't work. Not if we want to keep placing them in the tile map. They'll need to remain separate. They'll need to be bound to each other somehow. Don't love that. Oh, you're getting mod loader headaches over there? Yeah. Loading mods is an art form, an arcane dark art. Gamut Game, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing good this fine Monday. Start of a new week here. All right, so we have our doors. I'll inherit from Papa Door here. Get rid of that one. They're gonna need a door script, and the door script is gonna need to know whether it's a double door or a single. Your diagonals on the collision shapes have different inclines. Probably. Let me double check here. Oh yeah, this is should be there. Otherwise, it's kind of just best guess, you know. Good shot, good catch though. The collisions here are just for mouse select, so if anything, they should be a little generous. But let's tighten them up a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. Could bring it down a little. Yeah. It's just for doing mouse over stuff, because it's easier to do that to like handle, because they should be catching mouse input before it reaches the tile map. So we'll need some code for that too. To have them consume the mouse input. Yeah, they don't really need to connect. We just need to catch most of the mouse input and consume it. I think it should be okay because this part is pretty consistent. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we want them to overlap a little bit. just so you don't lose mouse input. Oh wait, no, they are overlapping to doi. Yeah, that should be fine. This is the awkwardness, because I'd rather have just one object that's like the parent to both of these segments handling the collision. But that's not going to work if we want to actually place these in the tile map. Unless we want to place them in the tile map and then do another pass where we figure out where the doors are and like assign them a parent. Which is not the worst. We might actually end up doing that, in which case we'll just get rid of these collision shapes. But I don't know. Because they're always going to work in tandem with each other pretty much. I don't know. Doors are hard. Double doors are even harder. It's the reason why most tile-based games don't have objects larger than one tile. So when we're drawing out of space, if we have like some walls here and some walls here, I want you to be able to place a door in here. Like you should be able to place a double door between this gap by dragging like you would anything else, and the auto tiler should be able to tell. We're gonna have to figure out what the auto tiler does if you try to draw an invalid shape, like you have a door that's not blocked by a wall somewhere. But that's a separate problem. Kind of weird behavior. I don't know why it's drawing an interior shape here. Let's go to the code. Okay, so we already have the block, the enum block door. I guess we need to set up the tile set data is what we need to do. Hey, Ferlansky, how's it going? How was your weekend? Kind of want to have these on separate source IDs, the single door and the double door. Kind of maybe unnecessary just because there's so few doors. Overtime, so a bit nuts. How's you? I'm good, thanks. Yeah, this might not matter. I could probably just have a single door layer, huh? Casper, you can only do that if you merge the two scenes together. Are you talking about having like putting the two different door segments down into the tile map and then adding a parent to them to handle things like the behavior? But it's meant to determine, oh, the ID, but it's meant to determine which tile you are working with. Yeah. No, we have a source ID system here that we use to help. It helps our auto tiler just narrow down what we're looking at. Like we know we're looking at the sides of the floor, or the tops of the floor, or the walls, or the tops of the walls. They're all kind of a little different. I'm just evaluating the merit of having the doors. So single door means the door that's meant to just be by itself. It's this one. So this is a single door. And then these are the double doors. So I'm just wondering if it would be better for the auto tiler if we had the single door identified differently with a different source ID than the two double door segments. I'm tempted, but it also doesn't feel like it matters. How do you even identify items in here? Scene collection. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Do these have atlas coordinates, or do they just have like a secondary ID? Let me see. Let's add a couple here and see. We haven't used these in a while. Double door, lower. Oh, they just have an ID. So in which case, there's no real reason to have these on separate sync. That's fine. Yeah. Yes. I would even say it that the tile represents the scene. I'd put it the other way around, but that's semantics. So we'll put single layer first. It's just helpful to me to have the source ID and then to do the atlas chords as a separate pass. But since there's no atlas chords here, there's just a second ID, a single ID. It really doesn't matter whether you have it be like 12.1 and 13.1, or if you just have it be 12.1 and 12.2. There's really no. So these will just be doors then. This will be the door layer. Maybe someday if we have different kinds of doors, like way more kinds of doors, maybe we care about this. Let's just do this for now. More door, yeah. You don't simply walk into more doors. Doors are hard. Apologize for my snacking here. I'm still finishing on my breakfast. And my coffee's getting cold, so I'm like running out of time. You don't simply walk into more doors since they're fancy and slide open in time. Yeah. We want to do what we want to do. Let's grab the base door. A base door. Oh, already has Y sort on. Okay, beautiful. Now these doors, we just need to pick a. Actually, I guess for all doors, we need to pick a Z index. What's the wall Z index? Because that's kind of what's going to determine what we do here. Walls are Z index 2. Floors are 0. Okay. So we want our doors here to also be Z index 2. So let's just get them placed, and then we'll worry about the auto tiler maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to need to add doors to a lot of this. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we already have, it looks like we have the door logic added to most of the ship editor. So it looks like it's mostly going to be the auto tiler that needs to understand about doors. The flood filler already knows about doors. placement tool also know about doors? Guess it doesn't really need to. Yeah, it's really the auto tiler that needs to know about doors. Oh, we need a door layer. We need to write this door layer. Okay, cool. Doors are like walls. So let's just take most of the wall layer stuff. Doors are like a special kind of wall. So we're going to start by just taking all of their stuff. Except maybe this tile data runtime update thing. Oh, here's a huge difference between doors and everything else. Doors only have the one sprite. They're not split into 3 sprites like the walls and the floors. That's both easy and complicated, considering what we're doing everywhere else. So we need to add the sprite frames. We need to be able to change the sprite frames somewhere. And it makes sense to change it here. All right, so now we need to go through the rest of this code and make it more focused, make it more tailored to the doors. So all of this stuff about dimension doesn't matter to a door. So let's rip out the parts about dimensions. Oh no, actually I guess it does matter. You're either X or Y. Or the door is, but... Oh man. Okay, so this is very different. So, thinking about it from first principles, because this is so different than how the other 2 layers work. We go here. So unlike all this stuff, we basically need it to look... We need each tile to basically look at... If you see a door, it needs to check its X neighbors and its Y neighbors. Orient itself based on that. We should probably have like an invalid door object. Like, let's say there's like a wall on 3 sides, or even a wall on 4 sides. So that if I try to place a door in here, it just like visually fails. I mean, eventually we can have like a UI thing that tells you that you can't put a door there. Or we could have a thing saying like, you can't save this or finish this. You can't publish this because it's invalid. No, I wouldn't, but like Like, what if you do it? What if you build a door there when it is valid, and then you make it invalid? Does the door just get destroyed? Do you just erase the door from the tile map data? I kind of don't want the auto tiler to destroy data in the tile block list. That's kind of out of scope for the auto tiler. The auto tiler is supposed to just do the best with what it has. So I'd rather have it just draw something that looks obviously wrong, like a big red door or like a big X or something. Something that shows you that it's wrong. I mean, obviously we don't have to worry about it right now. But right now, so the door layer thing is just going to check left, right. So it wants to check, it needs to check below it, it needs to check on every side of it as well as above and below it. It needs to check above and below it so that you're not placing a door without a ceiling. Actually, maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay to place a wall without a door without a ceiling. Maybe a door automatically places a ceiling above it. Kind of like how when you're drawing a wall here, it automatically places a floor below it. Maybe when you place a door, it automatically adds a ceiling above it. Because there's no world in which you want a door that's just like exposed to outer space. I mean, not me. There's no reason I want that. Cubus, or just generally an invalid object thing. Yeah, some kind of invalid object shape. Keep it, just know that it won't do anything. I think it should prevent you from publishing the build. You need to like resolve all issues. I mean, the most obvious thing to do would be to just drop a big magenta block, right? Because like magenta is like the universal language of like, this is fucked up. This object is invalid. And I'm pretty sure I have magenta in my palette. Yeah, I have something like magenta. I don't think I exactly have magenta. This is close. Just have a big magenta object there. All right, so yeah, this is a very different process than what we're gonna do here. So let's maybe rewrite it from scratch. So func. Let's rewrite it from scratch, but keep this one around so that we can review it. Every object can just have an extra sprite above that you show on errors. Yeah, we could have another pass that just looks for errors. Because there could totally be other errors, like imagine a floor by itself that's unsupported. Or a wall, like you just drop a floor or a wall and there's nothing around it, so it's just floating in space. Yeah, we'll have a couple invalid object sprites. That's a good idea. Maybe we should add that to our enum list, yeah? We have hull. So instead of null, right now we use null. Instead of null, it could be like invalid. Or we could have invalid be an additional type. Like 0 could be invalid. I don't know. It's a good question. For that you could also draw like those stripy construction bands around it. Oh, that's also a good idea. That might look better and be less weird than just a big magenta block. Something like this. This is hyphen. I don't have those black and yellow bands, something like that. Yeah, that could look more in universe. Just throw those across the door. That's a good idea. For Lansky, could you not have the system that's altering the ship check for objects that have been left in an invalid state? Yeah. That'll probably need to be a different pass because something that's valid to the autotiler might still be invalid from a structural standpoint. We're not really worried about structural integrity right now, but I do want to keep all of these things in mind. Op block. Op block makes sense for dimensions. I think what we'll do is we'll check each dimension of op block and then it's a negative. Except for Z. Z we only really need to check above. Actually, we don't even need to do that check right now. We can just check for the first two. So instead of saying if hull has, so we need a loop here. Let's say for index doing a for loop for something that has just two items is kind of stupid. We can just say they have ship hull dot has ship hull dot tile blocks dot has coords plus op block 0. We want to check both of these actually. Just see if it's both, because right now we're checking to see if they're both. And if they're not, maybe we'll just Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're gonna do this. We're gonna say and. It's kind of long, but minus. So if it's this, then this is an x-axis aligned. Door is x-axis aligned. Elif, same thing. Door is y-axis aligned. Let me just check this one instead. Else, door is not valid. So we also need to check not only that they have them, but that they're right type. We probably also don't want to allow doors to be butted up against doors. Oh, actually we do need to allow for that. But only up to a limit. I don't love that I'm having to check both sides. Checking both sides is really annoying, and checking them simultaneously annoying, because we need to know that for each coordinate, both sides of along like a single axis is occupied. But one of those can be a door, and one of them can be a wall. Because if one of them's a door, and we're a door, then we're forming a double door. And that's fine. In which case we need to pick... Oh, this is just getting the hull types. This isn't even picking which door to draw. Oh. I misidentified what we're doing at this phase. Because we also need to pick the hull type, whether we're outside or inside. But to do that, we need to pick our dominant direction. Maybe we need another thing here. Because right now we have hull types and we have tile ID. We don't really use tile IDs, do we? Yeah, we do. Okay. We just have hull types. Maybe for doors, we also need like a door direction. I think I'm doing the right thing in the wrong place. The function I'm trying to write is just determining. Okay, no, this is correct. So we're going to figure out if we're flanked on each side. And we need to make sure that they are, not just we have these, that they are the right types. Do I have to always do has and then the actual check? Or does dictionary have like a get, like a safe, like get? Get. Turns default or null. Okay, so I could simplify this by using get. Instead of just doing has and then grabbing the thing. That simplifies things at least. But I need to assign it to something. Hey, Spot Monk. If it doesn't exist, it'll null, which can cause issues. Get or add lets you assign a default value if it doesn't exist. Not sure if that's better for you. No, we're checking things in pairs, and I kind of hate doing the has and then grab, and then if it does has, you know, if it has it, then it operates on the value. But if I use get, then I just still need to like assign a variable to it, and then I still have to like check if it's null. So I don't think that's actually better. I could define a variable if get is not equal to null. I could say something like this, like variable x neighbor equals ship all dot tile blocks dot get I could do that. I could define our neighbor, and then I could say something like if x neighbor is not equal to null, then do something. It's definitely shorter than what I'm doing here. Positive x neighbor. We're working on doors. It's kind of a whole thing. Trying to integrate doors into our auto tiler. It's like not easy. You could say something like this. Blocks equals. Just get a bunch of them all at once. We could just operate on these. All adjacent blocks. You could even do it as a dictionary. so that I don't have to be operating on them. Say something like, all right, we got a 3-minute ad. I'm going to take a moment, stretch my legs, think about this a little bit. I don't hate this, doing this just as a dictionary, so that we at least just have them all and we can just operate on them. It's not the best, but all right, we back. Okay, yeah, I don't hate setting this up as a dictionary. It's not great that we're doing it for every single coordinate on our Z. But whatever. We can optimize later. I just want it to be easily expressible for now. So instead of that nonsense down there, we'll just say if edge blocks Can I omit the strings here? Will it just know that I'm referring to a string? GDScript okay with that? I mean, is this really better than just declaring 5 different variables? Probably not. Probably just declare them as 5 different variables. We don't even really need to do the null check. I just need to check if they're the correct type. What I should do is actually go to the enum thing and set these up to be something I can do a flag for. Maybe. I kind of want to set these up as flags. So I can do like and wall and door. Wall or door, I guess would be technically it, but I don't have them set up that way right now, and I'm not sure if I can. It depends on if I've mapped these to an array at any point, which I feel like I have. Maybe I removed it. I used to have them set up like that. Have them set up mapped to an array, but maybe I don't anymore. Okay, let's do that. Let's try to change the blocks to specifically be let's say invalid. I don't know if we care about invalid. No. So we can say floor equals 0. Wall equals 1. Actually, I guess now having them set up as flags doesn't really matter. Or equals 2. I'm just going to get rid of deco for now because we don't actually use it. See if I broke anything by just doing that. Doesn't look like it. So if I have the enums set up to be flags now, can I say something like this? This is equal to enum dot block dot wall or enum dot block dot floor. This feels like this will work. I think doing this as a dictionary is dumb. Do it like this for now. Now I can maybe see all of these on one line. Oh, can I actually do that even simpler than this? Can I say something like if pos x and neg x is the same as I feel like this will work. Should have done some bitwise operator or some enum bitwise operator research before this, but just trying to simplify the expression here. I wonder what's going to happen if this returns a null value is the thing. Like if pos x is null and we try to bitwise operate on a null value. It's supposed to look like this. I need to look up some bitwise operator stuff. Yeah, so this essentially works how I'm anticipating it to work. Just haven't done it in a long time. So this should actually say something like, I'm gonna make a variable called wall door, and it's gonna be enum.block.wall and enum.block.door. Oh, I want an or actually. Wall or door. So we'd say if pos x or neg, we'd say is pos x and neg x same as wall or door. And actually just move this down so it's easier to see. This is it, right? So if I have these two things and I want to make sure that both of them are either a wall or a door or some combination of them, this is how I do it. Pretty sure this is right. I'm still a little concerned about the negatives. Oh, what'll happen if, or not the negatives, the nulls. What'll happen if a null? Where do we have where do I check the compartments? I don't remember how I check compartments. Ship hall.compartments. I see. Doing these as separate passes in the hull types and the Atlas chords things doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we need to structure the doors separately. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's see. No, this is maybe wrong, because if one of them is a wall and the other's a door, and I add them together, then it will say no, no. Maybe it's got to be ORed. Maybe bitwise is not as effective here as I thought it would be. Or I'm just bad at thinking about it, which I am. Maybe I need to check these individually. Maybe I still need to say if posx is lock. Maybe I have to do this logically. Posx is enum.wall or door. I guess the way I would do this bitwise, I would say posx or enum dot. I guess I should make the flag, yeah, wall or door. Is this still a wall or door? This is the bitwise expression of it, I feel. This is it, because now it'll say position X or it against the flag, which is wall or door. Or would we and it? No, we'd have to or it. No, I don't understand bitwise. I need to look at bitwise. Feels like the correct, let's say a list of GD script bitwise operators. I want XOR. I'm gonna do some research offline. For now, let's just express this logically. All right, let's forget about the specifics of this for now. Who cares? We're gonna just do some kind of comparison. We're gonna figure out whether the flanks are walls or doors. I don't really care how. It's probably gonna be using some kind of bitwise thing, but I can't figure it out right now. And if it is, we'll do something. It's fine. I have a game dev co-working event tonight. I'm gonna bring this problem to them, and someone will, or I'll just work on it there, and I'll just figure it out. I think we're gonna do this all in one fell swoop. I think we're gonna figure out where the door is and what its hull type is, instead of do this in multiple passes. All right, here's the structure of the logic, where we figure out if positive y or if positive x and negative x are both either walls or doors, then the door is x aligned. If positive y is not also a wall or door, maybe we want a big old match statement. No, but match statements won't catch if too many of these cases are the same, or if too many cases exist. Although actually you can set up a match case so you just fall from case to case, right? As long as you don't break out of it, you would just hit every case. That's probably not great either. But this basic idea should work. The thing is that this doesn't answer, this tells us what the hull type is, but that's almost a secondary concern compared to like figuring out whether we're a single door or a double door. Maybe we do need to go through each of these. I can imagine the spaghetti code version of this. So it'd be something like if pos x is dot enum dot block dot wall. You could say pos x and the wall or door is equal to that's not any better. We just say pos x is equal to enum dot block dot wall, or pos x is equal to enum dot block dot door. Actually, I guess we don't want to do this or stuff. We want to see if it's a door. I actually want to know whether it's a wall or a door, not just whether it's one. I want to know specifically which one it is. I guess I should do that. Pos x is a door, and if neg x is also a door, so if they're both doors, then this door placement is invalid. If neg x is an enum dot So if the positive X is a wall, is a door, and the other one is a wall. Yeah, we're just gonna spaghetti code this and figure it out later. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it early today. Sorry, we kind of hit a brick wall for the second half of this. I should have done more prep work on how I wanted to handle doors here. Said I played video games all weekend, so apologies for that. Kind of a busted stream here. Busted as in kind of just a waste, because I didn't really do anything. But, yeah, I'm just going to go. I've got a few hours tonight to work on this and figure out what I want to do. No stream tomorrow. I got some lab work I'm getting done, so I need the morning to go do that. But we'll be back on Wednesday, and hopefully I'll have figured my shit out. I'll have gotten my shit together and put it in a box, at least. So I'd have my shit together in a box, if nothing else. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Sorry we kind of petered out. We started strong, but we just really didn't know what we were doing today, and it showed. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone, and I'll see you next time. Mondays. Ugh. Bye.